What is going on YouTube? Reverse John Stanek from Johnny Radio here, bringing you another Top 5 on this glorious Top 5 Friday, and I'm so excited to be talking to you about Moby, one of the greatest techno artists, if you want to just put him in that genre. I mean, he fuses so many different genres into one very unique style, which has influences of classical, of rock, of electronic music, and yeah, he's just one of the best in the game, especially in the late 90s, early 2000s, was at the top of his game, where you're going to see a lot of entries in my personal top 5. So let's not waste any time. Let's get right to it at number 5.
Ooh, Lord, trouble so hard.
Natural Blues from Play, the 1999 album that really made Moby a household name. I mean, this whole album is spectacular from start to finish, and it runs the gamut of all these different styles, but this, I think, really kind of encapsulates all of the best things about Moby. He uses this old sample of this very old blues song. I'm not even sure the name of it. And it's just this vocal line over and over again. Ooh, Lordy, trouble so hard. And he fuses it with these trip hop rhythms and these great beats, and throw on top of it these strings that bring it to this just epic height, and you have just a wonderful template to build off of. And that's kind of what Play was for the most part, and this was just a perfect example of that sound, and that's just my number 5. So now at number 4, Alone from Animal Rights, which came out a few years before Play, which had a bit of a different leaning throughout that album. There's some punk rock elements there, but Alone, I felt like, stood out on that album as kind of a precursor, if you will, to the Play sound. And it's at 10 plus minutes, but it's just this mesmerizing song that's very heavy on the rhythm, but also the synths and the strings, and it just has this warm texture to it. I think it was, if I'm not mistaken, Axl Rose told Moby that he used to listen to this driving around Los Angeles, and that makes perfect sense, because of course Moby was known for having a big song in the movie Heat, which is a very Los Angeles at night movie. So this song kind of follows suit with that from a few years prior. And really, it took him a while to get that fame with Play, but this is one of those songs where it's nice to revisit this gem. That's just at my number 4. So now at number 3, Extreme Ways from 18, which came out in 2002, and a lot of people know this as the Jason Bourne song. It almost feels like a new era of a James Bond type song with that kind of siren sounding synth in the beginning that, you're in for something like, oh, what's this? And then, of course, that awesome electronic keyboard comes in, and then the beats, and then Moby's own singing voice on this song, where he's saying, oh baby, then we fell apart. He puts a lot of soul and passion into it, and even if he's not the greatest vocalist in the world, he makes it fit the song so perfectly. And I'll never forget, he opened this show that I saw him. It was on the 18 tour, and as soon as this hit, man, everybody went nuts, and it was like a 2.5 hour just epic show that sadly made my ears bleed the next morning. So thanks a lot, Moby, but it was a great show nonetheless, even though I took a little break from concerts after that for good reason. But yes, that's my number 3. So now at number 2, Signs of Love, also from 18. I think this is just Moby just at his best, doing what he does best, just finding a groove and making it this kind of hypnotic, mesmerizing thing, and then of course adding that string element to it to elevate it. But man, also getting towards the end of this song, which Moby also lends his vocals to in a very nice way, and I love the lyrics to it too, on the chorus, the I fly so high, then fall so low. Beautiful, beautiful song. And then, as I was saying, at the end of the song, it builds up with this kind of tremolo electric guitar with this just huge epic sound. I used this to actually put together with some of my great video footage of when we visited Santorini, the island off of Greece, and it just went perfectly with those visuals. Just a beautiful song, and that's just my number 2. So now at number 1, Porcelain from Play. Yet again, I could have done my whole top 5 from Play, man. There's so many awesome songs on that album, but this is the one that most people know him for, I think. Just that reverse string thing that leads the song, and of course, again, using this old sample of a guy's voice. I don't even know what he's saying exactly. It's just kind of a sound that adds to the whole overall collaboration. And of course, the beats are just fantastic, make you want to put your teeth out like, yeah, and dance and groove along. And of course, this was in the movie The Beach, which wasn't the best movie in the world, but the song fit the vibe perfectly. And ever since, this is always on my driving to the beach mixes that I make. I think it just perfectly fits that whole summer mood. And Moby just, as I said, late 90s, early 2000s were just at the top of his game and the top of the electronic music game, period. Has he fallen off a little bit since then? I would say yes, but it's always nice to see when he puts something new out, to see if there is, some gems there, some stuff that can compete with this era. But gotta say thank you, Moby, for all the great music you've given us thus far. Keep up the good work. And guys, let me know in the comments below, what would your top 5 Moby songs be? If you're so bold, leave me a top 10. So many great ones that I left off. Like I said, could have put all of Play on there, but yeah, gotta love it. And guys, we got top 5s every Friday, album reviews, big countdowns, and so much more. Thank you for watching, and as always, Viva la Vinyl. So guys, thanks so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, and be sure to ring the bell for notifications so you can always see great quality content like you're seeing on the screen right now. Thank you so much for supporting Johnny Radio, and I'll see you soon.